Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'll be recording actually a couple of Papercraft Society unboxings because recently Craft Stash had I think it was 20% off like everything and or something like that, where these boxes I was able to get at 20% off, which at their regular price they're already fantastic value for money, but with 20% off on top of that, and because I'm a member of Craft World, I get another 10% off, so it makes these boxes too good to pass up. So I picked up the ones that I was most interested in, have been waiting to get actually. So this one is box number 33 by Lisa Horton. And I've already taken out some of this just to make it a little bit easier to show. Mine had to travel across the pond, so I did have a little bit of an explosion because in this kit includes a generous, I may as well show it now, very generous supply of sequins. And it just so happened that the little pouch that these were in kind of burst at the seams. But look how much you get. There's a lot and lots of different colors too. So wonderful shaker mix. If you wanted, you could pick out the colors individually if you like to just place them a little bit more sparsely on your card. But every Papercraft Society box does come with a folio, which is a really nice storage that has the name and number of the box on the spine. So if you're storing these on a shelf, you can easily reference and find what you need. This one is fantastic. It has a little bit of everything. So I'll just show the papers first. So we have some really wonderful, soft, kind of watercolor designs here. So we have 2 sheets each of these two in pink. Then we have, oh, there's some different things in here. So, okay. So 1 sheet each. These are wood grain, the green and the blue. Then we have some 2 sheets of craft card. And keep in mind, the way that their craft card comes, the front and the back are very different in color. Like this almost looks like chipboard, where this looks really nice, that really nice craft color. And then here we have a sentiment sheet, so you can easily kind of take your trimmer and just trim off strips, and then snip them down and use them however you like. And you can, it looks like they're meant so that you can really mix and match the phrases. So we've got happy birthday, but then you also can use happy by itself and mix it with happy anniversary or choose happy. Some of these would be fun just as little strips. So you could do a whole strip of B and then maybe a larger happy sentiment. So that's really wonderful. The papers are a really nice, I would say if I had to guess, like maybe a 65 pound single-sided. And so they're really a nice layering weight. Then we have, let's show the stamp first. So we have the stamp set, which features this really large, I think it's a rose. And it looks like it can be decoupaged because this section looks like it matches fairly precisely a portion of that. And then this here looks like it matches this portion here. So you can kind of layer them up and get a bit of dimension that way. And then we have some additional leaves and a little flower bud. And then some additional sentiments, and these are a pretty large size. So we have B, birthday, anniversary moments, choose, you make me so, you deserve it, time. So my guess is that these are incomplete phrases. So my guess is the die set will have something that, I'm guessing the word happy, that will complete those. So we have that, and I wanted to show that first because it looked like the stencil. Yeah. So you can use the stencil to kind of do some quick coloring. So you can stamp in one color and then just ink up for some really quick coloring on, yeah, all of these. Looks like everything. So the stem, the leaves, the individual buds, and individual leaves as well. So you have all of that. So that's really awesome. I like having the coordinated stencil because then you don't have to I'm a slow colorist when I color with alcohol markers and especially with color pencils, so being able to quickly ink up is wonderful. So love that option. So that is the stencil and coordinating stamp set. Then we have the die set, and this looks like it coordinates as well. So let's see. We have the, oh, okay, that's interesting. So you have this die here that cuts out the stem by itself. These three look like they cut out the three portions of the flower head that you can decoupage and kind of stack to create a layered look. We have the bud there, the smaller stem here. And you could always use the smaller stem with just the inner portion of the flower as well. And then we have, would it be easier if I showed it like this? Then we have, there's the word happy, and it does have its shadow die or bubble layer. And I think we have more dies here than we have images. So let's just see. Because that goes with that. We have the leaves. This big leafy thing is there. I think these that are a little bit more solid, I think those do not have matching stamps. And one clue or hint to that is that because these dies are open, they allow you to kind of see your stamped image as you're lining them up. These are solid metal. So my guess is they are designed that way because you don't actually need to see through them to line them up with a stamped image. And then the more metal that you have, I think the more even the pressure is going through. So that's really cool. So we'll get a lot of things that coordinate really, really well together. So I love that they've provided something to make the coloring easy, and then they've provided the dies to make the die cutting easy so that you don't actually have to do any fussy cutting. So that is awesome. I always appreciate coordinating dies. So that is what comes in the portfolio. Then I already showed the sequins, which again, very generous supply, and then 3 ink cubes, which is awesome. I actually asked the Craft Stash customer support if they would ever sell these, because I always find that their inks stamp really, really well. You can even do some blending with them. I think they are a hybrid ink. And so really, really wonderful. And these are kind of a little bit of a twist on your primary colors, so you might be able to kind of do a little bit of ink blending and create different colors. This little pencil here was in the packet with all of the sequins, so if I had to guess, I would say that this is maybe a wax pickup pencil, so that you can pick up the individual sequins if you want. So let's maybe test that out a little. So if I tip out a little bit, so you should be able to just see, pick that up and kind of place it where you need. And then if this starts to wear down, you can always sharpen it to reveal more of the wax. So that's pretty cool. So there's that. And then there's also the coordinating solid color cardstock. So, oh, look at that. That really matches. Oh, that's interesting. So there's 4 sheets. So there's 2 of the blue and only 1 each of the yellow and sort of magenta, which I think is kind of strange. But they are white core. I would maybe gauge it again at that maybe 65-pound weight, possibly 80, but really lovely Corning solid color cardstock there. And then of course there is always the booklet. So the booklet is going to give you lots and lots of different project ideas, inspiration, and for all of the projects, step-by-step photo instructions on how to create them as well. So that's really awesome. Somewhere in here usually is a website URL so that you can download the additional freebies that sometimes come with these boxes. So oftentimes I've seen things like the digital versions of the pattern papers that come included. Sometimes there are additional templates. I know with the ones designed by Simply Made Crafts, I think in the past there have been templates for things like her 3D projects. So always look for that URL in here and check for that, because you might be able to get some nice freebies there. So that is Papercraft Society box number 33 by Lisa Horton. When I craft with this box, I will be sure to link to that video at the end of this one. Thanks so much. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.